The impact of Victoria's second coronavirus wave isn't being shared equally. Frontline workers and vulnerable members of the community have been hit hardest. Tonight, Nadia Daly looks at those who are falling through the cracks.
But I spend all my time in here, in this little room. I don't go nowhere.
Last week, Sam Galiano celebrated a birthday he'll never forget. At home, in bed with the coronavirus.
I was really struggling to breathe. My chest was killing me. I've never had that before. It was scary. It was very scary.
The 61-year-old truck driver lives alone in this caravan in Melbourne's west.
Yeah, I got frozen food in there. My brother brought me some stuff outside. Milk, drinks. I've got plenty of drinks.
After his father caught the virus a month ago, the whole extended family was tested. The results came back positive. Sam started getting symptoms a few days later.
I was struggling to breathe, and then it just went south. Absolutely went south. You walk around the caravan outside and walk back in like you'll run a marathon. I've been sick, but never been this sick. People just don't understand. It is bad. It is dead set bad.
A week later, he had to be rushed to hospital after his oxygen levels plummeted.
The ambulance bloke told me, your heart's going too fast, need to slow it down, because if you don't slow it down, you're going to get tissue damage, and that's non-repairable.
He's still crazy sick, a lot of up and down days, which is scary. My dad's never one to sit around and do nothing. He's always busy. So being stuck in bed is just, it's not normal. I've never seen him like that before.
In addition to phone calls, like all those who tested positive for the virus, Sam received letters and text messages from Victoria's Health Department giving medical advice. But Sam can't read, so he had to send them to his daughter.
So Dad's illiterate. He can't write, he can't read. He messages it to me. Then he'll call me and be like, what did that say? Then he can either ask me to write a reply back, and then I'll send it to him, and then he will forward it back as a reply that, like, he wrote it.
His daughter Hayley lives a few suburbs away with her 2 young children.
I have 2 kids. I have a 9-month-old and a 5-year-old son that's autistic. I call him about 2 to 3 times a day while he's sick, just to keep an eye on him, because he won't take himself to the doctors if he needs to. It's sort of scary to think that there's nobody else checking up on him.
Public health experts say people who don't speak English or have literacy issues like Sam face added risks in Victoria's second wave.
People who are already sort of marginalised within society, they're all really feeling the effects of COVID much more than others, and certainly will do going into the future.
As a casual truck driver, Sam Galiano hasn't received any income for the weeks he's been at home sick. He wasn't aware of government payments for those isolating with COVID until 7:30 told him.
He couldn't fill out the forms even if he wanted to. So, I mean, that's now left on me to have a look into.
In a statement, Victoria's Health Department says it's trying to get in touch with all those who test positive to make sure they have the support they need.
Hop down from there, please. Let's go. Come on. We're going to try to do some ABCs and numbers.
Even for those who don't have COVID, the lockdown has left many families struggling to cope.
I have 3 children, 2 of which are diagnosed with autism, and the last 3 months have been incredibly intense.
So if we were already worried about electronics and the effects that they were having on our children and their lack of ability to be socially interactive and network with other children and other people, well, remote learning is probably just going to cap it all off.
The transition to homeschooling hasn't been easy for Leona Lashar.
So we've just done 4 classes of Zoom online remote learning, and now we are doing homework.
That almost happens every day where you reach breaking point. There are days where it's been me trying to help one of the children, and then you've got the other 2 literally jumping on top of you.
No, easy.
She believes she's not the only parent struggling to cope.
stop.
There are many people that fall through the cracks.
Back in his caravan almost a month after contracting the virus, Sam Galiano is now on the mend. And he has a message for the sceptics.
This virus is true. This virus is here. I've got it. I'm living proof of it. If you reckon it's all bullshit, come and spend some quality time with me. I'll be the first one to admit it. I didn't think it's going to be that bad. I thought, just a bit of flu, you cough, You don't want it. I'm telling you, you do not want it. If you think you're going to sore throat, or you've got a runny nose, go and get tested.
Russia has announced it's approved a COVID-19 vaccine, but the reaction from experts around the world is sceptical and cautious. Dr. Norman Swan has more.